What's going on, guys? Welcome to Café con Liga. I thought we'll connect today and talk a little bit about transfers. I know, of course, the league is over, but there are some talking points. Transfers. There's some COVID cases, of course, in a few teams, and teams are back in training. You know, the Champions League teams, the Europa League teams. They're preparing for their first game in the beginning of August. And even though the transfer window isn't officially open, it opens on the 4th of August and it's going to remain open until the 4th of October. We have some done deals. Ferran Torres last night, it was announced he's going to be moving to Manchester City for 25 million, I believe, plus 12 in variables. An absolute steal. Ferran Torres, the young 20-year-old from Valencia, he had a breakout season in LaLiga on that right wing. He scored about 6 goals. I think he has 34 games, and really promising youngster. Of course, he won the Euro under 19 last summer with the Spanish national team as well. So he has a huge future ahead of him, and really unfortunate that Valencia weren't able to keep him. His contract was running out next year, so Manchester City managed to get in there and get a quick deal done. So Ferran Torres moving to the Premier League, possibly replacing Leroy Sané, who, of course, moved to Bayern Munich. So that will be exciting to see how he's going to do in the Premier League under Pep Guardiola, how he's going to develop. But I think he's going to be very, very exciting. So watch out for him. Valencia seems to be getting a deal done for Yangel Herrera. He's a midfielder, so it's not a direct replacement for Ferran Torres, of course. But again, one of the revelations of the season, a very young, strong defensive midfielder from Granada. One of the main reasons for their successes this season. You know, they got to a Europa League place this season. So the Venezuelan is going to be going to Valencia. That's a good signing. But of course, Valencia will need possibly a winger to replace Ferran Torres. I think they're looking at Gerard Deulofeu. I remember him, a Watford player that I think he's out of contract now. He's a free agent. And of course, he's a La Masia product. Played in La Liga before, for Barcelona. So it might be a return for him to La Liga. Let's see if Valencia will get that deal. Of course, their new coach, Emery Gracia, will be looking to make moves and return for him to La Liga as well. So he might be a reconnection if he manages to bring Deulofeu from their Watford days. Of course, another new manager in La Liga. We've got Unai Emery coming back. Good evening. Already the memes are running around with his pen with the top on the pen, you know, like looking like he's going to sign a contract, but not able to. But jokes aside, you know, I think that's a great pick for Villarreal, a club that's on the upper trajectory, that's playing Europa League as well next season. We all know Emery is a Europa League specialist, winning 3 trophies with Seville before. His latest stint at Arsenal wasn't the most successful in the Premier League, but I think coming back to La Liga, to a league where he's comfortable, to a place where he'll be able to implement his system. And again, Villarreal has so much potential, you know, so many young players. They have Pau Torres in defense, Chukwueze, not to speak about Moy Gomez, of course Cazorla leaving this summer, but they still got Gerard Moreno up front, Baca. So this team can only get better, and with Emery at the helm, I can see them pushing for Champions League spots next season. Real Madrid being given a price for Camavinga, 70 million euros. I can't see that happening, to be honest, especially this summer, especially with the limited budget that already Florentino Perez announced after the final game of the season. He did say that because of the coronavirus situation and because of the renovations to Santiago Bernabeu, this summer's budget is going to be very low, and they're going to try to cash in on a lot of players, just like last summer, of course. Gareth Bale, James Rodriguez, what's going to happen with them? Mariano. There's a few players that might be leaving. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Sergio Reguilón, who had an amazing season at left back at Sevilla, possibly the best left back of the season for me. Is he going to be returning to Blancos, or they're going to try to get some kind of deal? Sevilla also expressed interested in Kubo, who had a great season at Mallorca. He seems to be having some passport issue, so he might be again loaned out or even sold. On the other hand, Zidane seems to be interested in Koundé, the young French defender for Seville that also had a great season next to Diego Carlos. So don't be surprised if you see kind of a swap deal possibly involving Reguilón, Kubo, and Koundé possibly going to Real Madrid. It looks like possibly like a younger version of Varane, so that would be exciting. But yes, Camavinga doesn't look like it's going to happen this summer at least. He might be staying another year in Rennes, as is the case with Mbappe, who will be moving for a lot more than 70 million. Barca are in another conundrum. You know, the club that keeps on giving. Arthur, the Brazilian, remember him? He was part of that swap deal that they did with Miralem Pjanic that many Barca fans don't understand. Well, now he's refusing to come back to Barcelona. He's in Brazil. He's basically told them that he's staying there. He's not coming back for the Champions League. The club has issued a disciplinary warning. There's a lot of speculation if whether it's to do with, you know, disrespectful handling of the situation from Arthur, or is it maybe some kind of COVID issue where Brazil, as you know, has some of the highest number of cases. So maybe there's some kind of health risk as well. But the fact is, Arthur doesn't want to come back, and partly because he was disrespectfully treated. Let's be honest. You know, he was shown the back door. He was never really given a chance at Camp Nou, and on one hand, I can understand him, you know, not wanting to come back. And I think that's it. Any other transfers? I think Atletico Madrid also preparing for their Champions League matches. Thomas Partey is the biggest speculation there. If he's going to be going to Arsenal, they've been given that 50 million fee, which is basically his release clause. Arsenal are trying to make a deal with possibly Guendouzi plus money. That would be interesting. Partey hasn't said anything yet, hasn't come out. So will he be moving? He's a really key piece of that Simeone midfield. So Atleti fans, I'm sure you don't want to see him go. But yeah, that's it from Café con Liga from today. Barca fans, Real Madrid fans, Atleti fans, Valencia fans, let me know in the comments below who would you like to see your club sign this summer. What player would you like to see in La Liga? And we'll speak again before the Champions League. Hasta luego.